Hello, my vivacious Virgo, and welcome to your weekly energy reading and into next week. This is just a general reading, so please do take what resonates and toss the rest. Also, if you haven't checked out your other videos on my channel, please do so. And don't forget to hit that notification bell for your moon readings I will be putting up shortly. Hit the like, subscribe, share, all that other great stuff too. I would greatly appreciate it. It helps me grow my channel. And if you would drop a comment below and let me know if you enjoy these types of readings or what you would like to see, love readings, general readings, what kind of readings, I would greatly appreciate that as well. And let me know if this resonates at all. Otherwise, we are going to do a general tarot deck for your reading, a general tarot deck for your challenge card, and 3 oracle decks for clarifiers. So let's get right at it, shall we? See what your weekend and next week will be bringing for you, hopefully. So it does look like we're starting out with the Fool card. So I think that's actually a really nice card to start the weekend with, because it kind of lets me know that maybe you've had a rough week. Maybe it's been a week that you're just over, and you're kind of coming into a weekend feeling like, you know, you're just happy-go-lucky, okay? You're done with it. You're ready to shut it down for the week. And good for you, right? Because we all deserve breaks, right? So I do feel like the fact that you're ready to kind of come in and enjoy, maybe you have some plans, maybe you don't. Either way, I feel like you're kind of just ready to kind of just play it by ear, have some fun, do whatever, and just see where the weekend takes you. And that's really, you know, something I feel like you need. I really feel like for many of you, I'm getting the distinct vibe that this week's been kind of tough for you, to be honest. And I think that this is something that you really, you know, you're looking forward to. You need it this weekend. Whether you've got a big plan for this weekend or whether you've got nothing planned, that's exactly what you were hoping for. So it's like you're excited for it and you're ready to just kind of float right on. So I do think that's fantastic. You know, and then following that up, we have the 9 of Cups. So, you know, I do feel like with this, you know, if you do have plans, you may have plans with friends, family, whatever, but it's going to be so great. You're going to be, you know, really surrounded by the people that you love, right? The people that you care most about. And I think you're really looking forward to that. You're really going to enjoy that. And even if you don't have those plans, I do see that, you know, you might very well end up in this situation. So, you know, you may go out, you know, maybe a spur of the moment thing, and you're surrounded by, you know, you run into tons of friends, family, people that really just kind of give you life this weekend. You know, or you may just show up at, you know, a family member's house. They may call you up and say, hey, come over for dinner, and, you know, tons of people are there. So I would certainly take opportunities if you get a call, if you get someone who says, hey, let's go out or whatever, and you weren't necessarily planning on it, you know, you might want to, you know, really take that opportunity to do that, because I do see, you know, quite a gathering of people that you really care about here kind of surrounding you. So I do feel like, you know, it would be kind of something that you would really enjoy, even if it's not something that you expect or is planned. It just may happen, you know, spur of the moment. So, and those are kind of the best anyway, and it may be exactly what you need too, especially if you've had a really cruddy week, or, you know, you're down and out about something, or it's just been a long week. You know, it might be like, you know, I'm ready to be happy-go-lucky and just have my people surround me and just, you know, do my thing. And we have the Hierophant here. So I do feel like, you know, for whatever reason, again, with the Fool up here, kind of letting me know that you are just kind of ready to shut down for the week. I feel like there's been a lot of things that have kind of weighed on you and been heavy, and you're kind of ready to just get away from it. And the idea of friends and family here being around you and being kind of really integral in this weekend into next week, I feel like this is something that you kind of spiritually need, honestly. You know, I feel like you are, again, I do feel like there's some down and out in you. I don't know if it's something that you feel depression about something, you feel saddened by something, maybe you're hurt by something, you know, and it could be directly related to this as well. So for some of you, it may be a situation where there's somebody in your family who is not doing well, who's, you know, ill, something of that nature, and that is what's kind of bringing you together, but at the same time, it's really taking its toll on you as well. But again, if that is the case, I would say that you definitely want to kind of make sure that you are leaning on each other, because as much as you want to, kind of step away from that with the Fool card, you kind of want to just go away from it, just kind of walk off that cliff. That's not always the best option. You really need to be there, because a lot of times you don't get a second chance to really be with certain people, be with the ones you love. So just kind of keep that in mind if there is, and I don't know why I'm kind of getting that vibe for some of you, that there might be somebody in your family that is, really wanting to spend some time with you for some reason, or they're not doing well. Don't take that lightly. Try to spend some time with them if you can, because they need it spiritually and you'll need it spiritually, because it will affect you negatively, inside if you don't. Even if it doesn't right now, it could down the road that you didn't get the chance to spend time with them when you could. Okay. So I'm definitely just getting that sense. So, just kind of keep that in mind if that's something that's going on in your world. But other than that, if that's not something that's happening, I do think that you are just you may just be going through other things in life too. And spiritually, emotionally, you just need something that's going to lift your spirits, and friends and family can do that. Your people, your herd, your tribe, your whatever, get with them. I think this weekend would be a good time to kind of revamp, yourself, make yourself feel like part of your people are around you. You gain support, you gather from their energy, and that shared positive energy will be very good for everybody involved. So let's get your challenge card here. 8 of Pentacles. So this is on the 9 of Cups card, and I do think that that's going to be your challenge. Again, I think that a lot of it is for you personally. You feel like you work all the time. You're constantly just working, and you don't have time to do things with your family. You don't have time to go visit certain people or see certain people. And I think maybe that is wearing on you to an extent, that you don't have time to spend with your friends. You don't have time to spend with your family, especially if there is somebody who is, wanting more of your time right now, or needing more of your time right now. And it's wearing on you, so that may be something that is a challenge for you, and you really need to kind of decide, where can I make time? Can I work around work, or what's more important? You may have to kind of put some things into perspective. I know it's very difficult in today's time. We have to work our tails off, ridiculous amounts of hours just to make ends meet anymore. It doesn't leave the time for family that it once did, unfortunately. I think I read something the other day about medieval times that, people were capped at a certain amount of hours. It was ridiculously low, because the church who decided that felt it was more important for you to spend time going to church or with family than working. I'm not saying that that's something we want to go back to as medieval times of the plague, but I'm just saying that it seems like there was more of a balance, at one point. Maybe not medieval times, of course, but maybe in the 50s. I don't know. But I definitely think that we've hit a point where work-life balance is hard for people right now, if you see what I'm saying. So, and that may be what's really getting you down too. It may just be that you feel like you're just, up against it. All you do is work. You don't have time for your friends. You don't have time for your family. There's no time for you. To revive, to revamp, to regain your, your positive energy from those people. Because we all draw positive energy from the people that we love, right? And if you're constantly just living to work, and instead of, doing anything else that's positive, that's fun, that's enjoyable, really, what are we doing, right? So I think that might be part of it. And this is something where here you're like, as a Fool, coming in, this is kind of twofold. On one hand, being a Fool coming into the weekend is like, yep, I'm ready to go act a fool. I'm ready to go just let everything loose, because I need it. I need that break. But on the other hand, it could be so extreme that you're kind of like, I'm also ready to just walk off a cliff, because I've had it. All I've done is work. I don't have a life outside of work, and I'm sick of it. you know, and if that's what the case is here, this is something that, you know, you're having a spiritual, you know, internal, emotional, you know, kind of situation that you really need to kind of evaluate and think about what, you know, what's more important. So let's get a psychic card on the Fool and see what we have here. Wow, that's a sacrifice. Wow. So again, I do think that you are feeling very much like you're sacrificing your personal life, your family, your friends, your happiness, potentially for work. And the reason I see that's because that's your challenge here. I feel like that's a lot of what you're doing. You're sacrificing a lot of your happiness, your family time for, you know, just to kind of work yourself away. And I feel like maybe this card is also twofold in that it's telling you maybe what you need to do is sacrifice some of the work time for family. Maybe you need to kind of flip-flop your priorities. And I know for a lot of you, you're saying, okay, well, yeah, but I can't do that and still pay the bills or do this or that. And, you know, sometimes you have to take, again, a sacrifice. You know, sometimes it's not as important to have this house or this car or this whatever. It's okay to take, you know, a little bit less money and work a little bit less hours if it means that you get to spend quality time with the ones you love. I've heard the old adage so many times that people on their deathbed, you know, you hear people say, I wish I'd spent more time with my friends and family, but you never hear anyone on their deathbed say, I wish I'd worked more hours. So that's something that if you are wrestling with, that you might want to keep in mind. So let's grab a guardian angel card here and see what we've got going on with the Nine of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles, and see what we've got going there. And also too, you know, a lot of times there are other ways that you can make just as much money. You just need to be more creative. You know, certainly there are like side hustle jobs, gig work, you know, especially seasonal work, things like that, that, you know, you may be able to do more on your schedule and try to, you know, do things like that. At least put feelers out, at least put, you know, try that option if that's something that you're interested in. It's always possible to at least look into it, right? So if that's something that you're interested in, of course. So let's see what we've got here. So grace. And I do think this is something where it's, you know, you need to move forward gracefully. Again, this may be something where you need to show grace to yourself, to your family, to those that you love. And again, it may be something where you have to sacrifice certain, you know, tangible assets, financials, things like that, to show grace to those that you care the most about, okay? Including yourself. Because, you know, being graceful to yourself is important. And if you feel like you're miserable all the time because all you do is work your life away, if you can't spend time with the ones you love and it's causing you internal turmoil, you know, where you're reevaluating things all the time, or you feel depressed all the time, or you can't be there for the ones you love, and you don't feel like you're showing them the appropriate grace that you need to by being there when they need you, those kinds of things. If that's something that is, you know, weighing on you, then, you know, you really need to kind of look at this and kind of take that into a state of grace and reevaluate that this challenge may be a little bit too much for you to handle right now. You may need to kind of reevaluate options with work, maybe even with the work you're in. Talk to, you know, your boss or whomever about options there. They may be willing to work with you. So many people now are willing to let you work different schedules and work from home since the pandemic, that, you know, they may be willing to work from you and you won't know unless you ask, right? So, you know, be graceful, ask gracefully, and explain your situation. And a lot of times people will, you know, ask, or rather accommodate your asking. So, you know, it's definitely worth trying, you know, before you just jump ship or anything. So, you know, it's always worth, I had a college professor once that said something that has always resonated with me. And that was, all things in life are negotiable. And ever since she said that, I've always remembered that line. You know, you hear a million things in your life, but that's always resonated with me, that all things in life are negotiable. So, you know, people who are willing to work with you, you know, they're going to work with you. If they're, you know, you can always try to negotiate with people. If they realize that you have talent and skills and, you know, they want to work with you, they will. So it's potential that they might work with you and you might be able to still get to do your work, but also on your own time a little bit more so. So let's get a final card here, general advice on the Hierophant, and hopefully get you closed out here with some good advice. And we've got the collective field is impacting you, unseen forces in action. How can you relinquish control of the situation that feels blocked? And again, I feel like you feel very blocked here. I do. I feel like you feel blocked by your inability to spend time with those you love and time with those that you care about, you know, do anything but work. And, you know, you feel very much, you know, locked in, that that's all you have time for in your life. And I just feel like that the unseen forces in action here are, you know, working for you. So now's the time that if you're going to look for a new job, go for it. If you're going to talk to them about, you know, maybe working with you on a different schedule or work from home schedule or this or that, now's the time because things are working for you. And I think the Hierophant here is, you know, spiritually, I think they know, you know, whoever your divine being is that you believe in, I think knows that you are in need of some relief. You need some time with the people that you love. You need some time with the people that matter to you. And I think that now's the time to ask for that so that you can kind of unblock that burden that's weighing on you. Okay. And I do feel like for most of you, that burden is time constraints, work constraints. So hopefully this resonated with you. If it did, please do like, subscribe, share all that other great stuff. I hope to see you back soon.